If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's the mystery and delay negotiation strategy you need to know? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a fantastic day to talk about you and a perfect day to talk about heating and air, coming to you for HVAC technician sales secrets. So here's the thing. At some point, you're going to end up on a job to make a sale, and it's probably going to be in a residential property. And I'm going to have to make some guesses here. You're probably going to show up and it's going to be a single homeowner when the other homeowner's not around, and you won't be able to talk to them. So they refer to that in heating air in home sales as a one-leg appointment. You're probably going to be meeting with a man that's between 55 and 80 years old. And you're probably going to sit down at the table and they're going to have all the information that they need. So they're going to have model numbers of their current equipment and what the scope of work is. And so they may be friendly-ish, but not super friendly about what's going on. There's kind of some standoffishness, and there's a reason for that. So you may be the first through the seventh guy in. Usually this requires a bunch of bids to work. And so I've got my mobile whiteboard here. I've got my mobile whiteboard here. So let's say the first guy comes in and he says, like, hey, company Alpha, is it 20 grand? Company Alpha is at 20 grand. And so the guy goes, well, you know, I've got other bids coming. You know, you got to do better than that. You got to see what else you can do. And so, like, there's no commitment made. There's no, like, hey, we're the right company for you. There's never, like, any, like, hey, where are we at in this process? This is part of the mystery of what's going on as part of the delay. So company B, company Bravo comes in. And so they're talking to homeowner, usually the dude, and he says, hey, you know, I had somebody come out here and give me a bid, and they're at 20K, and you got to beat that. And so company B comes in and goes, all right, for sake of lack of better terms, they're like, I'm going to come in at 19. And then, so there's mystery, there's delay, there's no commitment being made. And then company C comes in, and company C hears that other companies have come in and the guy's solely shopping on price, and he's got a bid for 19,000 now, right? It moves. And so company Charlie comes in and says, I'll give it to you for 18. Then Delta company comes in and says, oh, well, if your best bid's at 18 grand, then I'll do it for 17. Okay. Then punchline to the joke, company Echo comes in and says, oh, well, you've had other bids coming in, I'll do it for 15. So let's just say that you're at company Alpha or company Bravo and you do some follow-up. Well, what the game has been is to continuously decline price. And so what you're now negotiating on with this buyer is if you're Alpha or Bravo, you're negotiating against Echo. And so this is kind of like a feeding frenzy. And the reason why you need to know about this is if you don't know how to deal with this, then you can be taken to the cleaners. And this right here is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Now, I've seen this dude get as many as 15 bids. I've seen this dude get a ton of bids. And so, like, you may have like a lowest price guarantee. You may have the ability to do price matching. And here's part of the game. Part of the mystery is the dude 80% of the time is going to tell you, I've got, you know, Echo Company. I've got Echo Company here, and they're willing to do it for 15. You're like, great, show me the proposal. Let's talk scope of work. Oh, I can't do that. That's unethical. Like, wait, time out. So you've smashed down the price from Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta to Echo Company, and now it's unethical for me to see proof? And so, like, you're dealing with mystery, because, like, chances are pretty good there's going to be a grouping somewhere within $1,000 of each other, and there's going to be a grouping of people. But here is the unethical thing on the buyer's part. It's probably a lie. Probably. It's probably not the truth. So you have some decisions to make. Like, look, if you're brand new to sales and you've never seen this happen before, you've never seen the mystery and delay method, and no commitment through the entire sales process, you're not going to know what to do. You absolutely need to know where this game is coming and what's happening and what you're in for. And what you're in for is the smackdown. So here's what's going to happen. You were at 19,000. Echo Company's at 12 because, like, the price has been smacked down. You get an arrangement, you get permission, you make it work, you do a price match. Now here's the game. This buyer is going to go and sick all of these other salespeople on you. right? Well, you know what? I would love to commit. I would love to do this for 11.5 as you agreed to, but somebody called me. Somebody called me and offered to do it for 11. And so you have to ask the right questions. Like, you know, this is an if then. If you have the ability to do some sort of price match, you know, you got to ask the if then. Like, if I get this done, are we moving forward? Because this guy, typically dude, will not stop shopping. And in his mind, the only thing he cares about is price. The only thing he cares about is price. And I've ran up against this a couple times in my life where I'm talking to a friend, and they worked at a different company, and I'm like, oh man, you won't believe the last sales call that I went on. And they're like, hey, was that Mr. Jones, you know, in this part of town? I'm like, yeah. You met with him? Yeah. Hey, I've already rolled my numbers. What did you offer? And like, sometimes their number would be like way north of what I did. Sometimes it would be way south. It didn't, you know, it's part of what we do. And so, and then I'd start reaching out to other friends. Hey, random call that I went to, just kind of getting a feel. Did you meet this dude? Yeah, I met him. Where was your price? It was up here. Where was your price? Just slightly below it. And so one time we caught this guy trying to pit like 4 of us against each other that knew. And, you know, we in the industry, you talk, you got friends at other companies, you know what their prices are, you know what's going on. And eventually what ended up getting the job was a Chuck and a truck, right? So Chuck, Bob on a bicycle, Steve on a scooter. And so what you're up against is typically when you go across this, these are usually higher end companies competing against Chuck. You know, the guy that doesn't have employees but has employees, you know, the guy that doesn't have workers' compensation because he's a painter, right? You're up against Chuck and a truck. And so just be aware that this is a common negotiation strategy that you're going to run across. And the way that you're going to know is you're going to get there. It's going to be a one-leg appointment by themselves. It will probably be a lot of mystery. Well, I've talked to a couple of people. Like it's like watching the news. I've talked to a few people, and this is what I've heard, right? And you're going to have to give me your best deal. You can go the route like, hey, the best deal you're going to get is the one that I give today. You can go that route. You just got to know the end goal of this game, got my mobile whiteboard here, is this. They're going to smack the price down, and then this person is the first to complain and write you a bad review. You got to make some decisions. You want to work with them or not? Do you want to play some games? You just need to know about the mystery and stall technique that's used to get you to a lower price. You got one of 3 things to do from here, just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. They'll love you. I'll love you. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.